All right. Hey there. I think we got
Hi.
just a couple of seconds here, and we are actually live. So
Yay!
look who. Let me do the right way here. Look who I got, everybody. This is Terry Suzuki, and I forgot to ask you, Terry, beforehand. How do you pronounce the? Is it Kigaru or
Kigaru. Kigaru.
Kigaru?
Just
Okay,
it's a Japanese word, so it's just flat, no inflection. Kigaru. And
Kigaru. All right.
it just means light-hearted spiritual journeys.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and
That's
the Japanese is syllabaric. Ki, ga, ru. The ki is the same key as in Reiki,
oh,
the
really?
healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been wanting to learn Reiki. It's been coming a lot up in just kind of synchronicity. So I think that might be a journey I'll have to take
Wow.
on soon. So learn more
Mm-hmm.
about. So it's been coming up a lot. Um, so this is Terry, and we will talk more with her in just a minute. I want to go ahead and say hi to a few people here and see if I can get the comments back up all the way at the end. Okay, so chat has cut off a few. You know how StreamYard is. This
Mm-hmm.
does this wonderful cutting off stuff. That we will try to go to the end here. Natalie was the first one in. Hey, Natalie. And we've got Lena and Lisa Rhodes is here, and Jackie Jacaranda. Garnett is here. Hi, Garnett and Wendy. And let me see here. Do you know that Sun Psychic Gene person? I'm not sure who that is. So.
I know her.
I know her too, yes. And we've got you on here for good, Sun Psychic Genes. Nobody's going to block you out. So they thought she had a fake profile because she had a second one, and somebody accidentally timed her out. And I was like, oh no. So, Gene, you are safe and you are good to go. So,
I want to say
and
hi to my friend Starfish.
oh, hi, Starfish. Welcome. I don't think you've been here before. It's awesome. Let's see, there's Starfish right there. And Nivra is here. She was the one who's talking to me about the Reiki.
Wow.
So, hi, Nivra. Glad you are here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Um, Light in the World. Welcome. I haven't seen you here before either. So, welcome, welcome,
Wow.
welcome. All right. Looks like we are at the end. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, then hello. We're glad you're here. If you are watching on the playback, welcome, and so glad you're here as well. And if you're new here, if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. In order to chat, I do ask that you subscribe for 5 minutes, and then it will allow you to chat. So if you're lurking and you don't know why you can't type, that's probably why. So just hit that subscribe, wait 5 minutes, and then you can talk to all the lovely chatters and the mods that we have. So I want to go over with Terri just a bit about her channel. So I actually have the description down below. And so if you guys will please sub to her and um, ring her notification bell so you can see what she does do, that would be awesome. But Terri, would you mind just telling us a little bit more about you and what you do on your channel? And I'll
Sure.
just let you have it there.
Okay. Well, on my channel, Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, it all started when COVID. I've had these gifts kind of all my life, but COVID brought it all to a head,
Right.
and suddenly realized I have these and you can use them. Before, it just whatever happened happened. But now, so I took classes, and that's where I met a lot of the friends that around me, like Terry Lee Nidrich, uh,
Right.
Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and Sun Psychic Jean. We all met in class together,
Oh, that's
and
cool. I
they
didn't know
are
that.
a lot of people. Yeah, we met together, and right away when I had my first reading, I had my first reading with Susan Lynn, and she taught me how to talk to my spirit guides. And after we were done, immediately my spirit guides told me, because they've given me spiritual dreams all of my life, or that they were interacting with me in a dream because I wasn't available like I am now.
Right.
And so they said, you remember them all, write them all down right now, write them all down.
Oh
And
wow.
those dreams and interaction became the basis of my channel. So at Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, you can go there and you can just hear about my spiritual interactions uh, from when I was a kid till now. And since I've mostly told all my old, the kind of the older dreams, I'm kind of moving on now, and I've just had a small hiatus because, as I was telling Scott, I have I had to have implants, and it kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit, and but now I feel I have teeth again, so good,
And
and
they're
um,
beautiful.
thank
Yeah.
you. And I'm going to now kind of start putting out more videos. Um, what what I'm doing is that I've been going to these live metaphysical fairs in my area. I live in the kind of the Seattle area, Seattle Bellevue metro
Right.
area, and what I'm finding is when I read, I love reading like this. It's fabulous, but when I read in person, it's like Technicolor. It's like magnified. It's magnified even more. And I just see the most amazing things, the most miraculous things happening. And so I'm going to now do lives just telling about some of the readings I've done. I won't tell anybody's names or anything, but I'm going to
Right.
do it live so that people can ask questions like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean they just
Right.
said this or they did that? Um, because that's how we all learn. I don't know
Right.
every spiritual thing. Sometimes I say things, in my reading I say things, and I'm such a newbie at this that I don't always know what the spiritual thing means. So I love my friends because, especially on Psychic Jean, she knows everything. She's like, so that. Um,
Right.
so it's a lot of fun. I love doing this. I think I was supposed to do this all of my life. So here
I
I am.
understand that. I understand that, and I'm kind of a newbie as well with you because I've only been in the tarot for about 2 years, and then I have only had my channel for maybe about a year and a half, but I didn't start
Mhm.
the readings until probably after my mom passed, so right around January,
Yeah.
so of last year. So only about a year, so we'll be newbies together. So
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I met you in the chat. So,
yes,
uh,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right.
And I got the great pleasure of reading your mom. What a beautiful, soft individual. Just a really loving presence. It was just amazing.
Yeah, and that's I was telling Terry that's what made me want to have her on is just the readings that she gave me. She's given me two, I believe now, but especially the one about my mom, I could tell she really tuned into her presence, as did Jean as well, and
Hmm.
it just left me in tears. And we were talking about tears, and there's nothing wrong with letting something grab at your heart, and when it grabs at your heart, the spirit talks to you.
Hmm.
Sometimes the only thing to do is cry. So
Right.
I think that's part of the healing process, and how we express our joy sometimes is through crying. So it's definitely not a weakness, in my opinion.
I have to bookend that with sometimes they just want to make me laugh too. Okay. 'Cause
Yes,
he
yes,
shows me the
definitely.
most ridiculous things.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm still learning the mediumship side of things, but
Hmm.
I believe that since mom passed, she gave me the gift to do that and to at least learn. So I'm still learning. Yeah,
Mm. What
but go ahead.
I was gonna say, what a lovely way to get introduced to that.
I know, yeah, it definitely was. Definitely was. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing more on your channel then and about your readings and everything. That sounds really interesting. So
Thank you.
that's yeah, that's awesome. And we were talking before as well, and Terri also does collabs with Jean and Allie and several others that I've seen her with. So you can catch her around. You could put them on your community tab.
Hmm.
Okay.
I just got the community tab, so I'm just starting to
Oh,
populate
okay.
it. Yeah,
Right, right,
but
right. Well, yeah, just like and subscribe to her so you will know when she comes on live. So if everybody will do that, that would be
mhm.
awesome.
Scott, I noticed that Jackie Jacaranda said, "Where did you learn, Terry?" And uh, I learned from a collab between Susan Lynn, psychic medium, and medium Kim Copeland. They were um, giving classes together, and so they're not so much those classes together, but each of them are doing classes separately and collabing with others. So both medium Kim Copeland and Susan Lynn are fabulous to take classes from.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, good question. Thank you, Jack. All right, I think that is all I have for now that I wanted to ask you. I'm sure I'll come up with something else in the middle of readings
Sure.
or something here. But we can go ahead if you want to and take some readings, and we will go as normal on my channel. We'll go in random order, everybody, and so no one feels like they're going to be skipped or anything like that. And we'll try to get to as many as possible. We may not get to every single one. Just make sure you put in big caps for me and emojis so I can see and so I can put it up for Terri as well. And if you want to show your love and support of the channel, just let me know. It's on an honor system. The links are down below. And you can go to the top of the list if you do that. So there's that if you want to. No political, legal, health, or third party, please. But all else is good. So I think that is all I have for now. So let's start starting some questions here. I lost my little stylus. Do you know what stylus pencils are?
Mhm.
Stylus pens? Yeah, I had one. There it is. Because my fingers are so big. I'm 6'4", so I have big
Wow.
fingers. And I would go on here and I would try to star someone, and the star button is right next to the timeout button. And I would be
Oh,
like timing out people for 5 minutes, and it was like driving me crazy. And someone finally said, "Why don't you get one of these?" I'm like, "I've used it before. That'd be perfect for StreamYard." So,
well,
I
that's a great idea. I don't have fat fingers, but I that's why I hardly ever chat because it's just my fingers feel fat when I'm chatting. I'm just not good at doing it fast.
right, the same thing. Very fat
Yeah.
fingers. So, okay, light in the world. I've got your question here. Wendy, I've got you. And Wendy, thank you so much for your donation last night or night before. I can't remember. I think it was last night, but thank you so much for that. And we will honor that by letting you go first and help me remember that, Terri, too, after I get everybody started here.
Okay.
Because I will scroll out and
Okay.
forget. So, the joys of getting older. I've got Nivra. I've got Natalie, Lena, and I think that's all for right now. So we can go ahead and get started if you want. And
Okay.
I'll try to keep an eye out for any other questions that come up here. And let's go to Wendy first. That was easy.
Okay.
Your friend Sharon. So is your friend Sharon still with us, Wendy, or is she? I'm assuming she's passed on, but I don't want to assume that. So has she
Hmm.
passed on, or is she still here?
She's probably passed on.
Probably. That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
as well.
Okay. So because this is the first one, it'll take a moment. So,
Take your time too. And
in
guests
fact,
always go first unless you want me to. Just let me know.
okay. Um,
She passed 2 years ago.
hmm. Wow. So, Wendy, um, I usually when I read on a stage. It's like they have set out this stage in front of me, and they use that. But I don't. It's just a tool. I don't have to. And so they've actually taken me off the stage and up into the stars, into the universe. And they're showing me this. They're saying I thought it was like a they're saying a nebula. They're saying they're showing me this kind of star system like a nebula. It's kind of going around. And the sun of that nebula, um, so Sharon is there on this nebula. Sharon is basically saying she hangs out there. She okay, so Sharon, very likely you're up in the nebula, but I kind of see a little evidence of so Sharon. She's giving me the feeling that she taught something, that she was a teacher, maybe not so much in like a school system. Maybe she taught at a nonprofit, or she taught in some way, something different, something unusual. So Wendy, that would be great if you could give me some feedback that if either the sun in the nebula makes sense, or if that I actually have her, if that you recognize that she was some sort of teacher. That way it'd be easier to go on if I know that I actually have the right spirit. Oh, so or to Sharon. So I'd like to share. First of all, she's sharing her love. Because the nebula has that kind of have arms going out from the center, and she's kind of swung the nebula around as if she's hugging you. Okay, so she's sending love right away. Um, love, comfort. She says, "You are such a good friend, such a good friend to me." She said, "I think that sometimes uh, I didn't, when I was in body, I didn't appreciate all of the things you did for me." And she's showing me that these things you did for her weren't necessarily physical, but you gave her emotional support. I feel like she's showing me like bookends or something very supportive. Um, didn't teach, okay, but does this sound like? That's what I kind of want to know to make sure we're actually. But she's talking anyway, so we're kind of moot point at this point. Um, Sharon, what does Cindy need to know? saying, Wendy, you teach us. You are the sun, the star, the moons, the planets for others. You may often think that you're alone or that maybe people aren't paying attention to you or people are sometimes taking you for granted. You are universe to some people. You affect more people than you know. And I want to send you love and kindness. I want you to, if you have a meditation practice, suggesting that you should use the words love and kindness to kind of help you dial in to spirit. And really what I got, I hope that makes sense.
That was awesome. Beautiful. All right, so what I have, and I wrote down some things that were coming to me. Sometimes I'll write when I feel like I'm being spoken to, so I can remember later. Because sometimes it's very subtle. It's very, you know,
Mm.
easy to miss if we don't do that. So if you guys see me writing, I think most people know that that's my form of getting down the answers. So, but interesting enough, I pulled three cards and I automatically wanted to get clarification on all three, Wendy. And not that they're bad, but it's just that it seems like that she's telling me that there's some tough love that needs to be shown to you. And you got the moon card, okay, which to me is always about shadow work. So doing shadow work. And then I pulled a clarifier for that, and I got the Six of Wands, okay, from a different deck. Okay, and so you're going to have victory in your life once you can reach into the shadow and get those things that might be fearful to you and sit down with them and say, you know what, I'm going to heal this and heal it so that it goes to your heart, change that energy, and so that it makes it, into a beautiful rainbow over there with a victory sign. And then I got the devil. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe there is someone in your life that your friend could be warning you about, or someone that may be coming in. So just use your intellect. Source gives us our intellect as well as our spirit as well and our soul. But I think that just use your intellect and be careful about the next couple of weeks, maybe as to people's intentions. And I'm not saying there's any harm coming, but I just think that it could be someone who's being portrayed for someone who they really are not. This is like the most good looking devil I've ever seen. And this, my dear, was your clarification card for the devil. You got the devil clarifying the devil. So I think that there's someone who may be coming in, and you just need to make sure you're using your empathic abilities and make sure that they have good intentions to you, because not everyone necessarily will. And then I think there is a change coming, but you can always get behind this, and you can get behind the change. And what I pulled for the clarifier of the tower is the Four of Cups, which is exactly what Terri was saying. You might feel like people are not paying attention to you, and that went right along with this. She's not really paying attention to what's most important. So I think that she's saying that she wants you to conquer your fears and wants you to be strong and wants you to be, um, you know, knowing that she is there with you. I believe that she's one of your guides. So knowing that she's there and that you could talk to her. I don't know, Terri, if you saw, they had been friends for over 50 years. So that's incredible. And that bond, will never be broken.
Mhm.
So just remember that she's still there and watching out over you. So
Mhm.
that's some good messages there.
Yeah.
That
Maybe that,
don't fear those at all. It's because you've got people watching out over you on the other side, and no
mhm.
harm's going to come. So go ahead,
maybe
Terry.
maybe that's why she's showing me this galaxy that she's watching. That, I mean, she can see everything up there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking when you were talking about the nebula as well. All right. So Wendy, I hope that helped.
I say that was amazing, Scott.
Well, so was yours. So thank you.
I can't believe the devil card clarified the devil card.
The devil card clarified the devil card because I got the devil, the tower, and can't remember the other one that I got right now. And
Mm,
then it was like, well, I'm going to clarify these, and then it made sense.
mm.
So, but let me see who is next here. Light in the world. Go ahead and get this one here. What is coming towards me in love? All right. You're welcome, Wendy.
Wow. So right away, they put the sun on my stage. Like the sun card, they put the sun, big, brilliant sun, a stylized sun, on my stage. And then around it, plants started growing up, reaching for it. The plants love the sun. They love the energy coming from the sun and the photosynthesis that happens. And so what the knowing that they gave me was that this year, because they're showing me a year right now. This year they are going to give you an extra dose of charm. The sun, they're kind of showing me that it's charming, that it's something that draws things towards it. So I believe that this year you are going to draw new love towards yourself, that there's going to be more people noticing you and wanting to connect with you. I also, though, got that this also means that you have to use your discernment because there will be many, many more people reaching out to you. You'll be attracted, but you need to discern who's right or wrong for you. That's the alarm going. That so there is love coming your way, but you need to uh, temper that a little bit because you're going to get an extra dose of charisma, charm, whatever that's going to be drawing these people to you.
Definitely. And I saw more of the same here. I got the Six of Wands. And if you look at the Six of Wands, it's different than most Six of Wands cards. Most Six of Wands cards, you see the person on the horse, and everyone is shouting victory for them. And this guy is saying, "I have overcome so much that I am keeping going. I'm going to keep going, and that is my victory." And I think that the message here is that you've been hurt in the past, light in the world, and you may think that there's not going to be someone that comes in, but just as Terry said, I believe there is, because you're going to have victory again. You're going to learn from the things that you've been through, and these are going to be powerful things to help you move forward. Okay, and then I've got the Three of Swords. So again, it made me feel like you were, having some heartbreak from a past relationship, but I believe that that's going to be healing up. And you got the Page of Wands, and this is always the free spirit. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and doing things that you like to do. And one of the things that I like to share when you when a person asks for a love reading, there's a deck that I have right here. I just don't know where the card is. It's Whispers of Love, and it says, "Act as if your partner is already here." And that's my favorite, one of my favorite cards of all times. If you can really do that, then I think that really, you know, will set you up for that new love that is coming in. So that's what I got for you.
Thought. Can we pause a second because I noticed that
Sure.
people are saying my voice is cutting in and out, and
Okay.
I have a light that sometimes is. I know this particular light, while it's really nice on my set, sometimes it actually has some interference. So can people hear me better now? Am I less crackly now, or am I still crackly?
I was hearing it too, but I thought it was just me because no one was saying anything. But I was hearing it a little bit too. Can you talk just a little bit more? Because I think I still heard it.
Yeah, I've turned the light off, and now because I also had the light very close to me, and it could have
That's
interfered.
better.
Is it better?
It's better now. Yes,
Okay, so it's the light.
definitely.
I've also gotten a little closer, so I'll keep that light off. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little darker, but that's all right.
No problem. No problem. You're welcome, light in the world. Thank you for being here and asking your question. So let's see what else we got here. Is Nifra still here?
What a lovely name, Nifra.
Yeah, Nifra is lovely. Absolutely. This message is for the first one. Yes, she's here. Right?
So I, I'm getting the feeling that in the first quarter of the year, that there is some planning and some decision making that you are going to be doing that will be more prominent in the rest of the year. In other words, you're kind of laying some foundations for something that's happening in the rest of the year. It feels like the something that's happening in the rest of the year feels kind of big, like um, moving or inheriting something or uh, buying a house. I mean, something kind of large. And so it seems like in this part of the year that you are in the foundation, putting in the blocks, making decisions. Um, Spirit, can you tell me just a little more going on tonight? I, it's important during this first part of the year. I feel like they're showing me meditation, however you meditate, that they're showing me that this is really important. It's kind of utmost important during this time because they're showing it to me like a mountain that's very tall, like you're walking the peak. Um, so I encourage you to step up your meditation in whatever way you meditate. It doesn't mean you have to clear your mind. It could be walking and praying. It could be whatever you do. But I do think that this is part of this foundation building. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that goes right along with what I got to, Nibra. So when Terry was talking about the planning and laying foundations, I pulled this card for you. It says, trust your own understanding. So I really think that during the planning phases, just trust that you're doing the right thing, that the intuitions that you are getting are coming from source, and lay that foundation like Terry said. And I saw you in the comments say that that was very accurate with the foundation. So trust your own understanding and just basically go for it, because what I see is towards the end of I see the same thing, like the first quarter being a planning time, and then you have a potential gateway. Okay, so this is going to open up all kinds of new things for you, and it's going to open up new experiences and possibilities. Right, so there's just all kinds of new things that are coming out there for you, but I think you've got a couple of months maybe to plan for that, manifest, what you would like. And then I pulled a clarifying card for you, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And this is all about positive change. I love the hourglass there. It is, if you look at it, it's about half full and half empty, but you've got plenty of time. And this is saying that change is coming, but it will come in its own time. So just make sure you keep focused and keep going. And basically, what Terry just said, I'm just backing it up, and that's what cards I got were backing her up and everything that she just said to you. So I hope that helps you. So yeah, I just love hourglasses on cards too.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it is. All right, let's see here. Thank you, Niver, for letting us read for you. All right, let's take just a pause here to make sure everything's good in chat.
Well, they say my voice is still cracking. I'm wondering,
Right.
Scott, if I should switch to my phone.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll go out. I'll come back on my phone, because sometimes that works better. So if you,
okay,
sorry, be right back.
All right, no problem. Okay, saying it's getting a little bit better. Okay, Light 77, I'm going to go ahead and take your question, and then we will close the questions, Jackie, and moderators after Light 777, okay? Thank you guys for being here and being patient. That's the wrong one. But I will sip, Jackie. And I won't put you in timeout, even though my finger almost went there again. I accidentally timed Jackie out a couple days ago, so we don't want to do that again. All right, so Light 777, I have you, and you'll be our last question there. Okay. And Natalie, you are on deck. So Natalie, if you'll just let me know you're here. Let me let Terri back in here.
Okay, all right. I hope this is better.
Sounds like it may be.
Okay, so because I switched to the phone, I won't be able to look at the chat at all. So you'll have to watch, but I hope this is better. Otherwise, it's going to be my internet connection, and there's nothing I can do about that.
This sounds perfect to me. Let's ask it. Wendy says it's better.
Better? Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay, Jackie needs to know who is still on the list. So let me see. I've got Natalie, Lena, Garnett, Lisa, and Light 777. So I've got 5 more there.
Okay.
Okay, so Jackie, is that what you got? We like to team up and make sure we have the right people, that I haven't forgotten anybody. Just wait here for Jackie for a second. And you sound 100% better, so.
Okay, great. I'm just turning off all other electronics around me.
Vagabond had one. Okay. I'm just going to ask in front of Flight 77. Okay, let me see if I can find that one. And welcome back, Bond. I'm sorry I missed you there. Sometimes the chat does jump on this side. So thank you for your understanding. Yeah, you're going to have to retype that because I don't have it here at all. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Vagabond, if you don't mind retyping that for me. And this way Jackie will get that question as well. To let us know. Okay. All right, so Natalie is here, so let's look at her question there. So you can't see the questions at all, Terry?
Okay, general reading. Okay.
Okay, you can still see them. I didn't know if you could see them or not, since you switched.
I have readers on those glasses, but I've noticed it's better I just take them off and so I can see the little teeny font.
I'm always switching back and forth depending on where I'm looking. So.
Yeah. Well, Natalie, I'm getting a pretty unusual message here. I don't want to I'm seeing you holding a baby. You're cradling the baby and you're rocking it. And I'm pretty sure that this vision doesn't mean you're going to be pregnant, but it means because I'm hearing something else. I'm hearing them say, Natalie needs to care for herself just like she'd care for a baby. You would never yell at the baby. You would never talk badly to the baby. They said, we want Natalie to treat herself like she's a baby, like she's our baby. I've often run into this issue myself because I realized that my self-talk is really bad. I'm really bad to myself sometimes. I'm not very nice to myself. And so my guides told me quite a long time ago, they said, when you're doing your self-talk, think as if your friend, Sun Psychic Jean, were there. Would you ever, ever talk to Sun Psychic Jean like that? Well, of course I wouldn't. I wouldn't ever. So they are really saying you need to talk better, nicer to yourself. You need to nurture yourself a little bit. You need to do creative, nurturing things. If you had a little baby and as the baby grew up, you would probably take it to a mommy and me class, or you'd take it to a little fun place to play. They're saying you really need to nurture yourself right now. So I hope that resonates with you. Oh, Scott, I can't hear you.
I put my mic on mute so you wouldn't hear me shuffling the cards, and then I just started talking. Okay. So, again, a lot of the same, I've read for you a couple times, Natalie, and a lot of the same things keep coming out. So I'm seeing a little tough love here at this point, and just saying that you need to keep planning for whatever changes that you want to make in your life. You need to plan on those. And then once you do that, you're going to be having what you need. So, think there's some changes that need to be made. Plan on those, and just go forward to get the best, possible outcome that you can. And then you got the Three of Wands, which follows the two perfectly. And this is setting things into action. So don't just plan them, do them, and decide, what is your most important step going forward, and how do you want your relationships, um, your career, if you want to start your career, or if you already started, um, how you want that to go, and then take steps for that. And then I've got contemplation. So I think Spirit really wants you to look and really look at what you want in your life, and make sure that you're having that. If you don't, it's time to make a change. So this card is really beautiful, and she's looking up to the heavens. So it's good meditation card. So contemplation, meditation is really going to help you, I believe. And I think you've got, the world is yours, and everything is in it. You just have to believe more in yourself. So believe in yourself, believe that you can conquer anything, and you will be able to do that. So that's what I got for you, my
Yeah.
dear.
Scott, I got a little bit more when you were reading.
Awesome.
They reminded me of something I read this week, and it was a lady who, spiritual like we are, and her spirit guides told her, "We want you to pretend that you died and went to heaven, and you had a near-death experience, and we're sending you back. What would you do now?" So they're saying, try to look at this with all new eyes. Like if you went to heaven, got a little love, because it's a lovely place, and got sent back, what would you do? What would you do with your life then with all that knowledge?
Right. Absolutely. I love the way you said that too. And yeah, just a new perspective is what I'm thinking, Natalie. So I hope that answered your question there. Hope that helped. Hi, Lisa Foster. Welcome, welcome. And let's go ahead and see who we have here next. I believe it's Lena. Is Lena still here? Yes, she is here. All right.
Okay.
You're welcome, Natalie.
So they're showing me a celebration, but I need to kind of look at this a little bit to understand what exactly is happening here. Spirit, please clarify about this celebration. So, they are showing me you coming in on an elephant into this celebration, into this really beautiful, it's like a parade kind of, and it's just beautiful, really beautiful. Lots of colors, lots of gold jewelry, lots of, somebody is celebrating a lot. And I feel like you're the one being celebrated. Okay, so what does this mean, Spirit? What does this mean for Lena? So they're telling me two things. They're saying We would like you to celebrate yourself like that. They want you to have that much love and confidence in yourself that you deserve such a parade. You deserve such care and consideration. And again, though, they're letting me know that this is really in your hands. It's up to you to decide, do you want him or not, or do you want to move on? It really doesn't make a huge difference to, one way or the other to them. But I also get that very same feeling. Remember, in one other person's reading, I had the sun on the stage, and they were getting like an extra dose of like charm for the year so that they could attract more people. I'm feeling the very same feeling for you, that not only is this your parade, but you're getting an extra dose of charm. So I think that I really do think what they're saying is you're going to have your pick this year, your pick of Salim or somebody new that you will, I don't know, you feel kind of hot, 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 hot. So,
Wow. Okay, so Lena, what I got for you is the Temperance card. So just make sure that things are balanced with you. We were talking about the self-care before. This is about internal balance. So just make sure that you know, your prana is your life force, is where it needs to be with meditation and manifestation as well, because you can bring in what you want. And I think that's what this next card is saying. You have that choice. Is what Terri was saying. You have the choice of what you want. If you want to go back to this other person and reunite, or if there's a new love coming, because you've got source on your side that's going to push you through with it's going to be something that happens a little bit fast, I believe, but I believe you're on the right. When you need to go forward more. So I think that's what that was saying. And then I got, look here, the Lover's card. So
whoa.
yeah, and of course it could be any gender. So I'm just showing that I'm being showed that you do have new love coming in. This is all about new love, right? But it could be, a new love with the person that you were with before. So I just think that you need to definitely keep your guard up a little bit and just make sure that you're manifesting the kind of person that you want. You got the Seven of Wands here to close out, which says, and they both got their hands up like this. It's like, wait a minute. Make sure you've got everything that you want out of a relationship. Make sure they're treating you that way and you're treating them the same way, is what I'm getting. And we can't always be perfect, but overall, what is the feeling that you get when you're with this person or with the new person, and you'll know deep down if it's the right person for you or not, and you won't have to ask. And so that's why I'm thinking it's probably a new love. But that's what I got for you. All right, thank you, Lena. Take this down here. See where we're at here. The veil is thin, says Garnett. Yeah, absolutely. All right, can't get a read of lost a partner last March of over 20 years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna get a little drippy here probably. They're just showing me a lot of love. And they started out, I'm just gonna try to channel this because they're starting out like, oh dear one. They saying, oh dear one, we love you so much. We know your heart is broken. We know you miss your partner so very, very much. And then they're kind of showing me a swamp a little bit. And what they're saying is don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself in the grief, in the swamp of grief. Don't lose yourself in the swamp of grief. It is okay to move on. It is not disloyal to move on. We have much more for you in store for you that you're going to love so much. And we don't want you to miss all the magic on the way to finding a new partner or to finding a new life. But they don't want you to miss the magic along the way. They don't want you to stay down in the swamp and just being swamped by grief. They want you to come up out of it. Wow, I'm getting a real strong. I don't really usually my friend Sunpsychic Jean gets these more, but I'm feeling like they want you to play more music. I'm seeing music lift you like a bridge. They want you to lighten up your spirit, and they're implying to me that some music might help you, some dancing, some just things that would whatever lightens you up. Please do more of it.
Awesome, yeah, and again, just following suit here, I got the expansion card, Garnet. So moving on, and just going forward, I think it's something that's going to be important for you. And I know that you were with this person for 20 years. That's easier said than done, but it's important that you just keep going and keep your focus on what you would like, out of a partner, if that's something else that, you think, because sometimes it takes time to heal, and sometimes we need to be alone by ourselves. And when I say alone, I don't mean without friends. We're still going to get love, but single, because that will help you to really come into your own and to love yourself before getting into a new relationship. So inner truths, looking inside and seeing what is true, and what do you really want in a partner, or do you want to remain single? Do you want to remain, the way you are, and just see love as being with, your friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm doing right now. So um, there's no saying that you have to be with somebody for a life partner, and then you have to be with somebody again, and another person. There's times when we have gaps, because we need to have those gaps that we learn about love, and we learn about ourselves and what we want. So keep your dreams alive. Okay, so I got that as well. And I think that just goes with what I was just saying, so I won't comment anymore on that one. I'm going to pull a clarifier for you. I've got 9 of Swords. So I think that, you have been in a place where you maybe at night, you could be having a little bit of a nightmare kind of thing, or maybe some insomnia is what I'm getting as well. It's keeping you up at night. Your partner wants you to know that you need to get your rest, and you can do that and have peace, that they are at peace, and they want you to be at peace as well. So that's what I got for you. All right, so let me take that down here. And I hope that resonated, Garnett. Thank you for being here. Garnett is in England, so a little time difference there. All right. So we'll go to Lisa Rhodes. I believe Lisa is, well, don't see yet. Lisa Rhodes, are you still here?
Wow, they just seem to keep showing me things in the grass. They're showing me you walking in very deep grass, very like almost covering it. We can barely see over it, and you're searching, searching, searching for something. And the thing is, I don't want you to be, fearful at all, but they're basically showing me that this grass is some challenges. So you have a little bit of challenges in the next month, and there's something that you're searching for that's giving you some challenges. But the energy in the grass, I also see the color blue in it, which to me is always like comforting, kind of Mother Mary energy. And okay, Spirit, tell me more about this searching. Oh, I see that though after this month of searching goes on, you kind of walk out into a nice little uh, valley, a lee, and it's so nice. It's so easy. You take the spirit I'm seeing just takes a breath, a deep breath, like, oh, finally, finally. So I do think that this might be a challenging month, but I think that next month you'll get a real deep breath of ease, a lot of ease the next month. So that's kind of all I got right now.
Okay, thank you. That's awesome. All right, so what I got for you, Lisa, is the King of Cups was the first card. So this is to me the King of Equanimity, and what equanimity is staying focused and not letting anything get in your way or change your mood, I should say. Even when chaotic things are happening all around, this king stays strong. He's strong, and I think the message from Spirit is to just remain strong throughout whatever happens, even if there's little bumps. We've talked about that before, Lisa. If there are little bumps, that come, just keep going at it. It's the same thing as if you were that something beautiful is happening, because guess what, those little bumps will turn into lessons, those lessons will turn into healing, and the healing will turn into a place where you can just be more free. So also meditation, I think, is very important for you. Got the Hermit card here, which out trumps the other cards. And so going within, searching within, and then planning. You got the Two of Wands as well. Write down what you want, put in your order, and then make a decision. So this is the perfect card after the Two of Wands. Make a decision and then just go with it, because I promise you, whatever decision you make is going to be the right one. It may take you longer to get to where you're going if you make one decision over the other, but if you trust your gut instinct, then you're going to get the right decision. So that's what I got for you, Lisa. And I hope that helps. All right. And let me see. Two more here. Okay, this is for Vagabond Gypsy. Even though it's got Jackie up there, she's repeating
Okay.
the question. Does Spirit have any message for Vagabond Gypsy? Vagabond Gypsy, if you're still here, please let me know. I don't think I've seen you for a couple minutes. Just want to make sure. Hi, Warrior Girl. Welcome. They're here. Okay.
They're showing me a knight on my stage, like, Knight, a knight on my stage, but he's massive. massive. He actually looks almost more like an angel because he's so huge. He's bigger than a person could be. He's on the stage. He's there. Okay, tell me what this means, Spirit. So they let's see. What does this mean for Vagabond Gypsy? They're giving me confusing information is one problem. So I'm kind of like seeing that you may be facing some nights coming up, but you are up for it. You are strong. Because I think the very first thing they said, but it went by so fast, is that she's strong. She's tough. She can stand there and stand her ground. And I think what's interesting is they're not telling me to tell you to put the sword down. They're not saying that. I think they're saying defend yourself. But they're also saying, oh, okay, now I kind of get it. They're kind of saying let go and let God a little bit. Like, yes, you can defend yourself, but you know what? Our defense is stronger. So call upon us when you need the strength of that night to either protect you, to fight for your rights, or to fight for your emotions, or whatever you need defense from. It's okay if you handle it, but consider allowing them to handle it, to actually calling out and saying, angels, help me with this problem, and see what happens.
I agree. I love that you said, Terry, about the angels to, ask them, what to do instead of taking it all on yourself, Vagabond Gypsy, because I got the foggy block and it says patience. So patience is needed right now for you. So just keep, being as patient as possible. I'm very impatient at times, so the ego can get in there and just be like, I need to know now, but sometimes we will find our best answers when we are still and when we are in the now. That's when they will come to us. So I got that, and I think this is something big that's coming up for you because you've gotten the magic card, right? So Moonlight Enchantment. I don't know if that means anything to you. This is a lot like the Moon card, but it's got magic as the theme here. So I think something magical is coming for you, and it's going to be to expand your horizons, and it's going to be something brand new. And this is Spirit Guardian of summer. So this could be something that's coming in the summer, but I think you're going to see droplets of it even now and moving forward. You just got to have patience, and you're at the end of a journey which you were struggling with, and you're now getting ready to go into a journey where you're going to have clarity, because remember, the 10, this is not the end. The 10 wraps back around to the ace. What is the ace? The ace is clarity. So you're going to have that clarity to make the changes that you need to, and just have some patience along the way. And I think you got something magical is coming up. So that's pretty amazing. So thank you, Terry. That goes right along with what you were saying as well, I believe. So. All right, I think we've got one more here. All right, Light 777, are you still here? Hey, Ron. Welcome, Ron. Unconditional Love is here.
everything's all right because Ron's here.
That's right. Yeah, Big Brother is here. And
So-
Light 777 is here. All right.
Oh, and Light 77. What a great question. I love these questions.
Me too.
Okay. Well, this is really interesting because usually I say a little kind of mantra to kind of tune into your spirit, to you. And in this case, I only got about halfway through it, and she said, "You don't have to do that, honey. You don't have to do that." So she's here already, and she's very beautiful. She looks like a cross between Glenda the Good Witch and a fairy. She's got big golden wings, but she's got this big floofy blue dress on that's very soft and tully, just really pretty, beautiful, really beautiful spirit. And okay, so Light 777. What do I need? What does she need to know? Now that we're connected, what does she need to know? She said, and then she stuck a she said, watch out for the hippopotamus in the room. And I'm like, isn't that supposed to be the elephant in the room? Like, no.
Right.
And she issues a hippopotamus out behind her dress onto the stage. Okay, so thank you. Now, what does this mean for Light? She says, don't fool yourself and don't let others fool you either. So, remember that if that elephant was the thing in the room, you really can't, everyone tries to ignore it. They can't, but you really cannot ignore a hippopotamus. They are kind of a violent animal, and therefore do not ignore them. So so what I'm getting is there's something that you are ignoring that is very important not to ignore, to go ahead and address it. So dear higher self of light, what can you give her some more information on how to address this? She says, be fearless, go ahead, speak your truth, open up your third eye. And she's reminding me of something that sometimes the spirits have me do. And you put your fingers on your third eye, all four fingers, and then you put your thumb kind of on your temple. And then you ask your third eye to open up and to help you. And somehow, I mean, our third eyes are always open, but somehow this touch magnifies it. And, okay. So when I have done this, when they've instructed me to do this, almost every single time I've done that, when I do it, they also show me the future. And so it's somehow a way to open up your third eye, but allow to connect you to the future so that you might make a better decision. So actually all of us can do this, not just you, Light. So don't ignore the problem in the room, whether the problem is with others or with you. Ask for help. Use your third eye to get this help. Um, they will be showing you what to do. But be fearless. Well, be afraid, because that is a hippopotamus. That's a pretty massive thing. But please realize they're with you. They got your back. You can do it. You really can do it. And in the end, everything will be so much better.
I agree. Thank you, Terry. I agree completely. Excuse me. So, the first card that I pulled for you is it just keeps looking at me, that the word right here, be a light to others, for light 777. So be a light for others. This might be the message that you might not be seeing. And also, when I got the messages, they came out a little bit scrambled, as Terry's did at first as well. But then they cleared up and it made perfect sense. And I'm hoping that's what's going to happen here. But I think that it's going week by week for you. So this is the first week from today until the end of next week. Is be a light to others, is what your spirit, your higher self wants you to know. And it says you have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. And you must know this already, because look at your name. Right? And then I've got, for the second week, no, it is not yet time. So the hourglass again is coming into play here today. I think that's coming in a lot with the patience cards and the timing cards, and yeah. So this is saying this is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching, and this is the second week. Okay. And then you got the third week, bam, this is it. You're ready for more. Okay, so you are ready for more. You're ready to accept what is coming to you, and be open, be receptive to others and what they have for you. And it's not always about action, it's also about receiving. So make sure you're receiving the love from other people. And if they compliment you, it's so easy for us to say, oh, I'm not like that, and I do that too. And instead say thank you, and bask in that for a little bit, because you are a light to yourself as well. And it says you're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. Okay, and then I went ahead and pulled you a clarifier card, and I got the Stag Spirit Leadership. So that makes me think there's a leadership role, something new, possibly in a career or in something that you do extracurricular. Not sure, but I think something new is coming in, and I think you'll be part of it as a leader, because this is over all 3 weeks. So that's what I got for you, Light 77.
Wow, that's great. I feel like that, even that third eye thing also is so great for careers, leadership, to know what kind of, to have a little bit of inkling of what's coming, what to, because that kind of connects you to the future a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, well, that is the last question we have. We're right at the hour 20 mark. So thank you, Terry. I can't thank you enough for being here and the great messages. And I love listening to them. I'm still thinking about the hippopotamus in the room, and
I know, I'm going to be
how
thinking about that for a while.
my cats are just like a hippopotamus sometimes, when they just go everywhere and everything goes fine. So I'm not going to forget that, the hippopotamus in the room. So, but thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you for being here with us, and we appreciate all of you. And I will be back tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. and doing the power animal. So if you guys would like your power animal for the week, it will be at 8. So in a couple of hours, I'm going to grab a
Oh my
nap and
goodness.
something to eat, and then do the power animals. And I like to give people a power animal for the week that they can invoke, and they can take the spirit of that animal. So we'll
I
do
love
that at
that.
8 o'clock.
I'm gonna be blown away though if a hippopotamus suddenly shows up for our
You might
power
need to,
animal.
yeah, you might, if you're free, maybe you can come, so maybe you won't get the hippopotamus, and you won't think that there's a violent creature coming to jump in your room, because we don't want that. I don't think that either. Yeah. So, and that is all I have. What about you, Terri? What do you have coming up soon?
I have tomorrow a show with myself and Wisdom Seeker Joan, and we're actually going to be on my channel. So if you want to chat on that or ask questions, you're going to have to subscribe to me at Kigaru Spiritual Journeys and ask your question. And I I feel a little bit bad. I'm not quite as prepared, but I've been waiting to do this because I've had technical problems too. But my laptop finally got fixed, so I get to host. I haven't hosted in a long time, but it should be a lot of fun. And then on Thursday with Allie Martin, her Heart and Soul Connected, I'm going to get to read with Artha, who is the Spirit Whisperer. So that's going to be
Yes.
fun Thursday night.
That does sound fun. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being here. It's been my pleasure. So thank you for making my channel shine a little bit brighter. And
Yeah.
I appreciate you. And if you'll hang on for just a minute
Okay.
or so after we're done here.
Sure.
And everybody else, thank you again for being here. I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys back at 8 o'clock if you want. And we will pull some power animals. Again, that's Eastern Standard Time. So everybody have a wonderful afternoon. And much love to all of you. And we will see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.